So the Dallas Wings could be extremely scary next year if they manage to bring in Awak. They could be the young team. And that's the scary thing, is because the Indiana Fever exist. The Dallas Wings could be the young team. The Dallas Wings could start an entire starting five, 25 and younger, and be competitive. Because as you can see, Kurt Miller is there beside Awak Kuier, who I'm pretty sure is the last WNBA player to dunk in a game. But Awak Kuier is someone that is going to be massive for the Wings. And you can play her beside Awak. That's the scariest thing about Awak, is that you can play her beside Awak. She's currently averaging 17 points per game. I'm sorry, last year she averaged 17 points per game in EuroLeague. I was about to say, she does not play for Venezia anymore. She plays for Galatasaray. She is currently averaging 10.8 points per game for one of the top EuroLeague teams. Like, this is not a bad team. Like, Galatasaray are not one of these teams where you're like, okay, this is like nowhere near WNBA level. But like, she's playing beside Dorka Juhas in the starting lineup. So they've got two bigs in there. Dorka Juhas is a really good young big. Really good young big. She starts over Elizabeth Williams, who by the way, I'm pushing the Fever to sign Elizabeth Williams as a backup center. I think she's a much better player than Demir Standis. Like, I would love for the Fever, for a vet, to have her as a vet in there. Because she's not only a vet, she's a vet who plays hard. She crashes the board as well, and she's a really good defender. I think she's a really good backup big. But like, Ewell comes off the bench for Awak Kuier for Galatasaray. This is a team that has Juhas, Kuier, Ewell. Like, they're genuinely good. They're genuinely a good team. And as you can see here, Kurt Miller is going to see Awak Kuier play. And she's someone that came over to the WNBA way too young. Like, the reason why a lot of people were questioning Malonga is because of Kuier. They made the comparison to Awak Kuier, but she's like, but it's like Bol to Wemby comparisons. The difference is Awak Kuier is genuinely a player that she just blossomed late. It wasn't like she was it wasn't like she was just this, like, Awak Kuier, as you can see here. She got a steal on the break. How smooth of an athlete she is at the WNBA level, obviously. But, like, she's somebody that has all the potential in the world. Like, if you've looked at any of her highlights, you're like, there were flashes. There were always flashes of what she could do. Like, she's 6'4", 6'5", taking people from the perimeter. And her length and her range, it's like what people said the Malonga and Magbagor combo was going to work long term. The Dallas Wings potentially could be pairing Awak Kuier with Awak. Like, Awak Kuier was not ready. Awak is ready. But Awak Kuier was not ready in 2021. She was not ready, really. She was not ready in 2022 or 2023 to play on a top 4 seed, which the Dallas Wings were. They might be bad next year. But they might be fun bad. As in, you finish as the 10th seed, but you have Paige Bueckers making an all-WNBA team. You've got Awak Kuier giving you some elite rim-running minutes for a big, and you've got Awak competing for Rookie of the Year. Being that perfect big combo. And you can play double bigs with Awak because she's such a good passer. They could be scary, man. They could actually be scary. And, like, it is, like, genuinely, it is a really weird situation now when you've now got a team that were so bad last year, have such a bright future. And the fact is that a lot of people were saying, oh, they might just forget about Awak. Teams aren't stupid anymore. Teams saw what the Valks have done. Teams have seen what other players have done. Let's be real. The 2021 WNBA draft had a lot of international talent that could have been drafted, like Janelle Salon, Monique Okol-McCanny. Like, there were a lot of good players, good young players in that draft. However, Awak Kuier was the person who got picked number 2. And again, this was the worst draft ever. This was a draft where Kaiser Gondrzick was being mocked in the 3rd round and then went 4th. Like, she genuinely, she was meant to be a 2nd round pick, a late 2nd round pick, and the Indiana Fever drafted her 4th. It was a crazy one. But at the end of the day, Awak Kuier as the 2nd pick, you've now got Awak Kuier for another year on a rookie deal. She's taking 2 years out, so she's coming over making $90K. So she's coming over on $90K next year. And it's not ideal. It's just not ideal for any other team because of how interesting this team could be. And if you are a fan of the Dallas Wings, I would be super, super hyped because you are getting one of the top. I really thought the Indiana Fever should have tried to find a way of trading for Awak Kuier last year. And I thought Awak Kuier was going to go in the expansion draft last year. But look, I think this means she's probably not going to be protected in the expansion. She's probably not going to be protected in the expansion draft. She's probably going to be protected. My assumption is going to be they're going to protect, because I think Geisel Suter is an unrestricted free agent. I think they're going to go and protect Awak. What do I think they're going to protect? I think they'll protect Awak Kuier. But I would say they're probably going to protect her, the 3 rookies they had last year, Segrist, Awak, and Arike. That's probably who they're going to protect. And that's like not it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all for them. Like, I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay with that group. And they have all of that young talent coming through and all on good contracts. And they have, let's be real, they take our farm next year and suddenly it's like, shit. This is this is like a Washington Mystics from last year level of young core. And that's what you want. You want to be what the Mystics were last year. You want to be that young core that is going to be able to play together and improve and grow. You don't need to rush being a playoff team. And that's the problem with what the Sky tried to do. Like, the Fever were at a position where they could have been contenders. But let's be real. Had the Indiana Fever not managed to get into the playoffs in 2024, would it have been worse for the sport of basketball? Yeah, but would it have been better for the Fever? Yeah, as well. Yeah, it would have been. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think that I'm overgassing this? Do you guys think Awak's going to be huge? If you guys don't know who Awak Kuier is, just watch how she's played in Europe. She's gotten better and better every year, and she's at the stage where she's going to be a real good bench player, maybe even a starter on a low-tier team in the WNBA right now. But anyway, I'll see you guys.